Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for the love and support. If you're new to the channel, I welcome you. Please kindly subscribe and click on the notification icon to know when a new video is uploaded. So today we are going to be learning how to draft and sew this tiered dress using the Natalie bodice. So let's get started. Hi guys, so on the table I have the pattern cut out and laid on the table. We have the center front and this is the center back. I divided it into 3 pieces. This is the bodice block, the basic bodice block, the full length of the paper. The length of this dress is going to be 38 inches, so I have 37 inches on this paper. So I've divided into 3 parts: the upper part, the middle, and the last part of the dress. So I already have this cut out. Because I've used this pattern before, I slashed and opened it, but I'm going to show us how we can achieve this pattern. So I'm just going to take a fresh pattern already divided into 2. So this is the CF of the pattern. The shoulder dart is closed already, and the shoulder dart is closed already. What I'm going to do is to lay them like this. So this is it. I'm going to pin this down. We make sure the UP of the back and that of the front is aligning, because you need to get the upper part of the dress. So what I'm going to do is to go to my chest, my chest line. I'm going to roll a straight line on my chest line. So this is where my chest line is. Just going to roll. So this is the upper part. Then at the back, I'm going to figure out where the chest line falls also by placing the ruler like this. Then I'll connect. So this is the CF, this is the CB. Then in order to get to make this straight, in order to get the middle part of the dress, it now depends on how you want. If you want the middle to be longer or shorter than that, shorter than what we have on the dress, it's fine. It's your choice. So now I want them to be equal. Like I said, the length of this dress is 38, and on this pattern I have 37.5, so I have just ½ inch to make it equal. So I'm going to get from here, I'm going to mark where my 38 falls on the table, since I don't have the full length. So this is 37.5, so this is my 38 on the table. So I'm going to take my tape rule or tape measure, then place it on this chest line, so where the 38 is, and I have 29.5. So my tape rule, I take my tape rule from my chest point, measure 29 where the 38 falls, like I said, then I'll divide this into 2 again. So this is where my half is, and this is where I'm going to get my half of the dress pattern. So I'm just going to rule. Let me use the pencil first of all. So on this pattern at the back, you do the same thing. That way you have equal measurements. So that's how I got the initial pattern that I showed us. It's just simple. Basically, you just do your calculation, and you're good to go. So that being said, I want my neckline to be a V neckline. So I am going to get the V neckline. I'm not tightening the shoulder, so I'm just going to get use 2.25. that is a 2 1/4. Then I'm going to get the depth of the neckline, 6, just a little bit above 2.25. Sorry, 2.5 by on the neckline by 5.75, a little bit above the ½ inch above where the chest line falls. This is how I want it, so you can as well do yours the way you want it. I'm just going to connect this to the shoulder point. Then I'm going to do the same thing, take out the 2.25 around the back of the 2.5 around the back neckline. Then I'll connect to the center back. So I'm going to cut this out. Then I'll do the same thing to this one. So the next thing I'm going to do is to now place the fabric on the table. Then I cut. So for this, I already have, I've already divided my fabric. So like I said, my fabric has already been cut out. The next thing I'm going to do now, you're going to, in order to get the first tier, you're going to measure 7.5 inches, which is 15 inches altogether, because this is on fold. So for the first tier, you're going to add 15 inches to it, and 15 inches on fold is 7.5. So this is my length. The length of the fabric is the first length is on the paper is 14 inches. So you're going to add half here for sewing allowance. Then you measure your 7.5. You mark. Then you place your pattern where that 7.5 stops. Then you're going to get your armhole, ½ inch. You mark your ½ inch here also. You connect. Then here you're going to add your seam allowance. I'm going to be using 1 1/4 for this. Then you come here, you also measure 1 1/4. Then you rule a straight line, because you don't need it to be curved, except you want it curved around the side. You can go ahead and mark according to the shape. So you roll, connect your dots, then you cut. I don't want it too full, That is why I'm using the 15 inches, which is the standard measurement for making it here anyway. When I say standard measurement, I know I use 15 inches as a measurement if you don't want it too full, and it works for me. So this is the first one. This is the center front of the pattern. Then this is the center back of the pattern, the upper part. Here's the upper part of the back, CB. You go to the back, you do the same thing. You measure ½ inch, 7.5, which is 15 inches on fold. Then you mark out your seam allowance. Then for the down part, this is the CF, because I labeled them. This is CB1, this is CF1, and this is CF2. And for the down, for the other part, you're going to add I've gone ahead to cut it also to divide my fabric. So the length of this is 14 inches. The length of this is 14. The pattern itself is 14 inches. So I added my seam allowance, then added my hem allowance. So it's giving me 16.5 inches. So I'm going to fold in 2 inches. Now for this part of the tier, you're going to measure 7.5 in total places. That means 15 plus 15, that's 30 inches. If you want it fuller than this, you can go ahead and add to it. 7.5. This is the first 15 inches. Then another 7.5. 7.5. Now you're going to place the pattern. Be sure it's positioned properly. So this is the center front, CF, this side, and this is the side seam. And this is the upper part. Please just ignore this. Like I said, I've used this pattern before, and it's for the same client. So this is it. I'm going to place this like this. Then I'll mark my seam allowance. 1/4 that I used also for the upper part. This is it. I'll go ahead and cut it out. Then I'll do the same thing to the back of the pattern. The front and back pattern is ready, and this is the upper part of the pattern. This is the upper part of it. This is the back, this is the front. Now the next thing you're going to do is to just put the stay around the neckline. Okay, this is going to have a loop at the back. Then you're going to overlock this side, this upper part, the down part, overlock the necessary part that needs to be overlocked. Do the same thing to back and front. Then after that, you're going to take this side, this upper part, you gather it to the measurement of your chest line. So the measurement of your chest line, this is cut on fold, and it has joining here. without joining here. So to the measurement of this chest line, you gather it till you get to this measurement. That way you have your blouse, the dress starts forming. So this is where then you sew it 1/2 inch, attach it to this. Then on the down part, you take the last part of the tear, you gather it also this side to fit into this first tier. You gather it to fit into this so that's what you're going to do. This part of the dress, this is the upper part, this is the first tier, and this is the second tier. So this is the armhole side. We've done the same thing to the back. So the next thing we're going to do is to join the shoulder, join the side, and fix our sleeve.